EdPuzzle is an incredibly beneficial tool that can help you turn passive activities into active ones. What you can do is you find a video and you add layers of narration and comments and even quizzes right on there. And this can be quite useful in terms of just the logistics, in saving you time from passing paper back and forth, and also for the grading, in which it'll grade the quizzes for you. So it can save you paper and time. To get started, you create your EdPuzzle account, and then you're going to want to create a class. So you type in the name. You might want to do just one main one for your course in general, or for each core. Either way works. But then that's going to give you a class code, and when students sign up, they'll use that class code. So they'll go to EdPuzzle, they'll click sign up, students. I would have them put in not just their first name, but their initial as well. That way, if there's two Spencers, you know which one's which. And for username, what I would recommend is have them use their ID number for both the username and password. So we'll just kind of make one up there. The reason for this is twofold. One, if they forget, you know what it is for each of them. And two, it's unique enough where you shouldn't run into any issues where it's already taken. Email, they can put their Wake County, or you can even just leave that blank. All right. Then once they create their account, they'll join your class by clicking Join New Class and adding in that code that you got before. And now any assignments that you make will automatically be pushed out to them. So once you have the class ready, it's about adding content, creating videos. So you click Create. You can upload videos that you already have and use those, or you can search for videos. So these can be videos that someone else makes on Khan Academy or Learn Zillion or Crash Course, whatever it might be. So for this, I'll just kind of grab a crash course on the Mongols. You search for that. You click Use It. And there's going to be a couple different steps along the way. I'll quickly go through them now. The first step is to crop the video. So say there's some 40-minute National Geographic video, but you really want this 8-minute clip in the middle. Instead of having students fast forward and stop, you can crop it yourself. And for each of these, you can kind of hit play and see what's going on for it, and then go on from there. So to crop, you just kind of drag and move as needed. The next phase is for an audio track. Now, this can be a little bit confusing, but the audio track is if you want to record all your own audio. So you don't use the video's audio at all. Instead, you give the narration. So this might be useful if you have video with some good footage and clips and images, but the content is a little bit higher. Or maybe you want to differentiate your instructions by making the content a little higher or a little bit lower. So that gives you an option. For this, I'll keep their audio. The next one is audio notes. So for this, what you do is you can add in little comments that will pop up. So here's part in the video, whatever it might be. And again, you can play to find just the right spot. You hit the yellow record button, you give permission for it, and then you add in your comments. The Mongols are thought to be barbarians, but this could be cultural relativism, blah, blah, blah. You hit stop, and it's going to add in the note. Then maybe you want another one here with instructions about what to do next. For the assignment, after you watch this video, write a one-page reflection, blah, 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 whatever it might be. So now when students watch the video, these notes will pop up. All right. Then it's going to upload this to the file. The next step while this is loading is to add quizzes. So this can be useful in terms of actually holding students accountable for watching the video. And the nice thing is it's going to grade it for you, so you don't have to worry about collecting a whole bunch of paper and doing the grading. It's going to make it nice and simple. So for quizzes, let's see, it's still loading. You have a couple of options. You can do constructed response questions. And of course, it's not going to grade it automatically, but that's still pretty useful. The other thing you can do is you can add multiple choice. So let's kind of, same thing, you find the spot in the video that you want, and then you're going to click the green question mark to add the quiz. So again, there's a couple options. You can do an open-ended question. You can add a text comment form, or you can add multiple choice questions. So this, just to give an example, you plug in the options and you select which one's the correct one so it can grade for it. You can preview it to see what it's going to look like. You hit done, and then continue. So you can add a couple of these throughout the assignment. When you're ready, you can save it, retitle, and then you decide who you're going to assign it to. So for this, I'll assign it to that sample class. You can set a due date, so students need to complete this by the end of by the weekend. And this is interesting. So you can prevent skipping, so that way students aren't just jumping right ahead to the questions. This is pretty useful. What I did find though is if the video lags because our Wi-Fi is being slow or something, you might want to be able to give them the option to skip ahead so they can jump to where they were before. So I'll take that off. All right, and now it's assigned. And then when students go in and they travel to your page, they're going to see this assignment waiting for them. They click, and the video is going to pop up. And then when they get to certain parts, the video pauses and you have the audio comment that you added there. Or when you get a little bit later, here, let's jump to the quiz. Play this. So the video is going, and then when you get to this point, it's going to pop up and they submit their answer. And it'll tell them the correct one. And then as a teacher, you can click progress, and it's going to show you how they did, whether they finished watching, how they did on each question, give them a grade. So it's pretty useful right there. So that's a somewhat brief overview on EdPuzzle. I hope it was useful, and let me know if you have any questions.